good with it, in the hood with it. Welcome back to the Collective Clips, where you already know we get it in. But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all, ding, so you're directed in the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support I'm getting, man. It's all because of you. I know that, and I'm very humbled for the experience. Thank you guys so much. 40K all day. We hit that. Now let's move on up like the Jeffersons. Wheezy! For reals though, but let's do it easy. Now, Trip Out, I wanted to answer a question that was asked to me in the live the other day, about hunger strikes within the facilities in the California Department of Corrections, in prison, or any other state for that fact. How is a hunger strike? What do vatos do to survive it? Well, here's one thing I can tell you. It's different in every different place. I was laced up into accumulate as much as you can, because you never know when the homeboys are going to go on lockdown or a hunger strike situation. Now, in the case of a lockdown situation or a hunger strike, it's pretty much the same damn thing. And I'm going to tell you exactly the get down as far as the way the Northerners used to handle it. I know the Southerners were similar in the way of willings and dealings and how they handled that. The whites and the blacks as well, right? So pretty much everybody that was anybody who was smart enough to understand you ain't got nada coming or you can't accept anything. There's a little bit of a difference, but let's go. So, on a lockdown situation, say you get slammed, there's a pegada on your yard, someone gets removed, there's a stabbing, whatever the case, someone fucking hangs it up or whatever. They're going to lock groups down. Now, sometimes, depending upon the group factions that get involved in the yard or, it has to do with, if their business is their business, they will lock down the whole facility for no longer than maybe 24 hours to figure out what's going on. And then they'll keep those certain group segments on lockdown for an accumulation of time, because they got to kind of figure out, the administration got to kind of figure out if they're good, if they can go to the yard, if they can function together, if it's all bad in the hood. So while they're figuring that out, your group's going to be on lockdown. Okay, and that means that meals will be brought to you. They're going to bring your trays through a tray slot. Most prisons have tray slots, which are in the front of your door. They open up so that they can facilitate your meal into you, and it is what it is. Now, in a lockdown situation, always be prepared. That's one thing about being incarcerated, is preparation is a must. Even if you don't have much increments coming in, cause on 55th, you better hit Baby Snaps Alley and figure something the fuck out, right? Usually if you're part of a group, the homies are gonna look out for you. Always stay prepared. Have a few cajas of sopas that you don't touch, a few boxes up under the bunk for hard times. What are those for? For hard times, for lockdown times. Because in a lockdown situation, man, you're gonna be in your cell all day. You gotta stay fully prepared to eat. And usually on a lockdown situation, them trays get skimpier and skimpier. You can't will and deal. You can't go to the yard. You can't make moves. And you're not going to commissary. So once you run out, you're out. That's it. You're out of here, right? And you'll notice when a lockdown situation starts, homeboys are burritos at the windows. Everyone's doing their thing. And as the months start to trickle by, because, they will lock certain groups down for months at a time. Now the homeboy's eating a butt naked half a sopa. Right? It's you and your celly home, so you got to be prepared. The best thing to do is every time you go to commissary or you're out there wiggling, making money on the yard, you always you have a kitty, your own kitty. It's called the fucking Stash It If We Can Fund, right? You put it in the cuts so that way you're able to maintain, and sustain, because you're still going to have to work out. You're still going to have to do certain things. You're still going to be fucking up all day posted at that door. There's a lot of shit that you have to do if you're a functioning, active gang member within them prison walls. The shit don't stop just because you're hungry. Sorry, stomach, you're growling. Hey, imagine the fat fuckers. The big dudes, they really be going through, hey, you gonna eat that apple core? The what? The apple core, eh? Did you just say the apple whore? No, the apple core, eh? Because the way that my apple core game works, right? I smash mine, can I smash yours? Yeah, Holmes, here, fucking toma, Johnny Appleseed. And that's how it is. So most people, most gente that already have done time, they're convicts, they know what it is. You always prepare. Preparation is a must. Prepare for everything. Have your writing and reading materials stacked up. Have your envelopes, your stamps stacked up. Everything that you feel that you're going to need, make sure that you maintain, because if you don't and you're caught lacking and you're unaware, guess what's going to happen? You and your cellular are going to be some uneaten motherfuckers. You guys are going to be starving. You guys are going to lose a lot of weight. There's going to be a lot of weight loss. Let's just say that. So anyways, you got to do what you got to do. Now, hunger strikes are a different story. When groups decide to do a hunger strike, and it's been done for several different reasons. Usually it's done because there's been an unjust move by the administration towards the inmate population, right? So a lot of different group segments will come together with the common understanding, hey, Holmes, if we refuse these meals, they can't starve us into submission. Eventually, they're going to have, because you are as good as your number. You are as good as a meal ticket for that system. If people are falling out, passing out, dying, Holmes, there ain't no more money, right? So the government is going to start looking into things, and them state prisons don't want the government to get involved and take over, because they will. The feds will step in, take over a facility, get it to rocking. They did it in Corcoran during the Gladiator Shoe Wars. When it got spoken on and got put out there, the feds stepped in and changed everything up. You know, they handled the business they felt the state couldn't handle. And that's just it. Big Brother is always looking over your shoulder, no matter who you are. So the best thing for you to do is to concede to those inmates' requests, to the convicts' requests. And convicts felt that if for no other reason, hunger strikes were probably the best way to facilitate this conversation and get shit going. You know, hunger strikes have been around for a long time. Cesar Chavez probably has one of the most notorious, known hunger strikes of all time, where he did it almost 30 days on a hunger strike for the freedoms and liberties of the farm workers, right? He marched with them and he didn't eat from sunup to sundown because he was taking the initiative to put the weight on his shoulders to show people and lead by example that he was going to make sacrifices. That's how much he believed in his people. Now, whether you choose to rock with Cesar Chavez or not, it's totally up to you. I understand that he did say some derogatory things in the past about the Mexicans. Quite understandable, but he still was doing his Chicano thing while he did it. And hunger strikes was what definitely he is known for, amongst other things. He fought, you know, for his political beliefs. Now, in prison, it's the same damn thing. You'll have norteños or Southsiders or whites or, you know, the woods, brother. No coffee, right? They're fucking tripping. You leave a wood without a coffee for a week and there's going to be issues. Someone's getting decapitated soon. Folgers, hey, the best thing of waking up, right? They need their shit. So just because the wind blows, you'll see, they'll be like, hey, bro, trip out, man. Hey, you need a couple soups over there? I got you wood. No, brother, I'm cool, but you got a shot of coffee? Nails bit all the way back to the orange parts of their fingers from the frajos. You know what I'm saying, brother? Right? They're about their coffee game. Everyone is. So the best thing to do during a hunger strike is also stay prepared. Stack up a lot, because albeit you're not allowed, you know, from your group, because you stand 10 toes down in your firm beliefs, you're not allowed to accept those trays. You have to refuse them. Nah, I'm cool, bro. Because you guys are trying to lay a demo down. Set an example. You know, and a lot of prisoners have went through this, and it's a hardship. It's very hard. And I'm going to explain everything to you right now. But what you do to best prepare is, again, like I said, same thing in a lockdown situation. Stack up as much as you can have, because in most of these hunger strikes, you're forewarned. So if you're lacking, Holmes, that's on you. But that's, if you don't got a sopa in your castle, Holmes, then you're not the king of that shit, right? Believe me, you will struggle, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. You better fucking know what toilet paper tastes like by the end of that fucking session, because you'll be eating toothpaste and toilet paper, straight up. A guy that looking like, hey, damn, bro, what'd you do? I think I just shit out a roll of toilet paper. Fuck, eh? We might, if we dust it off, we might even be able to reuse it, right? For reals. I've seen Vatos eat the fucking leather off their boots. Boil it. You know what I mean? They read too many Louis L'Amour books. This ain't fucking the old Western days, bro, where you boil your bootstrap for the fucking cow juice. But Vatos will do it. They'll do whatever they gotta do, man. You know, a hot pot and a bootstrap. Let's go. So let's get where we having. Caldo de pata. What is it? Is it bomb, eh? I don't know, but you'll have some first and let me know, right? That's it. Caldo de caspa. Anyways, stack up, because you're not allowed to receive that tray. For the first few days, homies are at the door thuggish, ruggish, like, bro, you know what it is. Fuck your guy, homies. We're cool, because they got sopas and peanut butter. Peanut butter being the key, man. You could ask a Vato like Dubs. He'll tell you the same thing. He's been through the motions. During a lockdown situation or during a hunger strike, what you want to do is any homeboys that work in the kitchen, have them bring you jars of peanut butter. Stack that shit up. Bread, peanut butter, whatever you can get your hands on that they can get their hands on. Because that shit is going to fucking keep you straight, homes. That protein is going to keep you alive. Because believe me, like the first week, it's all good in the hood. You know what I'm saying? The brothers be out the door like, oh man, it's chicken night, right? That'd be fucked up. I'm telling you. So what happens is you start to eat your food. And if you're 10 toes down, I've seen Vatos fall out. Nurses have to pull up with the insulins and shit. All kinds of different things have to happen. Hey, man, this Vato right here. I need a torta. And they're not talking about the ones with the antenna legs. They're talking about fucking real life torta. Vatos be hallucinating. Spaghetti. Excuse me, they be off their fucking different shit. It's the way it is during a hunger strike. But that hunger strike is, the foundation is set, and it's for a reason. Believe me, Vatos ain't gonna starve their own gente into submission or do that unless it really truly means something. If someone's been done wrong. If there's placas that are on the in the compound, man, in the facility, treating people out of the ordinary. You know, there are some cases where Vatos would just book them and handle business. But man, when people come together united, that's why I say unity is a great word and a great thing. Respect and unity, hand in hand. Because when you respect your fellow convict, because they're going through the same types of struggle you are, albeit you might not be the same ethnicity, same culture, same color. No, none of that, right? But you guys are going through that same time. See, time is universal. It just ticks by at the same amount of time, right? So you're going to go through that together. And if, you know, everything ain't cool for one group, it ain't cool for everyone. That's called social status of equality. Everybody should be equal. Everyone should have the same benefits of the doubt. That's just what it is. Due process and all that. So there are times when they band together, these certain groups, or even one group at a time, to do hunger strikes. But usually if a hunger strike happens, it's a statewide thing. Now, I know within the northern and southern movements, if it's happening at one facility, it's going to happen at all. Everything's in branch and union and it goes hand in hand. So Vatos ain't going to eat all over the state. And best believe, the struggle is real. I've been part of one hunger strike. It didn't last too long, a couple weeks. You know, and let me tell you something right now. By week 2, I had the bubble guts, right? My stomach was kickboxing each other. You know what I mean? It was Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, right? Because my stomach didn't know whether to go up or go down. I was hungry, and we weren't prepared. Okay, we thought, homie, we good. We got a couple cajas of sopas, and we were balling out. Still balling. We thought we were in a Tupac video, bro. Eating spreads like normal, sopa, butt naked 2 or 3 at night before we go to sleep. Everything was cool, right? Until the homie's like, I was like, hey, shoot a sopa. He's like, what do you mean? A sopa, eh? You know what I'm saying? He was like, fool, we got like 3 beef sopas left. What? 3 beef? What do you mean 2? You know, I can't, Charlie Bucket, I don't know about the number 2, right? I was like, oh, hell no, right? We got to quartering those motherfuckers up. I've told you guys the story before in the county jail when they rushed the northerner cell and had us all on lockdown. They threw us all in one big-ass cell up in the front of the county. Homeboys made a few sopas last between 17 individuals. We all got this much and that much, and it was like this and that. We're drinking shot cups of sopas to maintain because they weren't feeding us and shit. They were trying to starve us into submit. We weren't even on strike. They weren't. Cold. So anyways, when you have to refuse meals, your body starts to shut down. Different things happen to different people at different points in time. Fat guys will go through it. You know what I'm saying? They'll say, damn, homie, is that the homeboy gordo? Not anymore, it's the homeboy flaco, eh? So that's what I could tell. And then about 2 months later, about those gordo again. What happened to flaco? He ate them, right? And that's just how it is. So, but hunger strikes set the precedent, and they're a real thing. You know, I've seen people fall out. I've seen nurses be called. I've actually seen a couple vatos go into the zone and not make $150, like almost die from the shit. But real ones stand tall. I've seen vatos that didn't ride it out the way they were supposed to in a hunger strike, right? And let's just say, man, they got struck. Hope they weren't hungry, right? Let's just say shit goes down like that. Now in the feds, I have a couple homeboys that have done time in the feds. They tell me it's different. They tell me if you think you're smart, you can't outsmart a fed. We'll just say that right off the tippy top, right off the tip of the top of my hat. You're not going to outsmart a fed if them vatos, if they know the word on the curb is, hey, these vatos are trying to facilitate a hunger strike. Oh, that ain't. Watch how hungry you motherfuckers are going to be. They'll literally hit your cells and take all your comida, everything edible out your cell. Toothpaste, fucking shampoo, everything that you could eat, right? Anything that'll keep you sustaining that energy. They'll take it all out of your cell and they say, go ahead, Holmes. Hunger strike, eh? So I was while eating a Whopper in front of your cell. That's bad. Let me tell you something. One time, we were doing a little strike in the oil. A little hunger. It wasn't really a hunger. I guess it was. We refused trays for like 3 times in a row. And after that, we said, fuck that. And them cops made sure they smelled like cotton candy and fucking Kathmandu when they walked by. Them vatos smelled like they just ate at a smorgasbord at a buffet. Vatos like, damn, that vato smells like egg rolls, eh? My homeboy's like, Jack in the Box egg rolls, they go, homie, with that sweet and sour. Like, you start seeing optical illusions. Hey, look at that chick's ass. Yeah, that fucking shit that shit looks like fucking a bowl of fucking ravioli, huh? Straight up, bro. Not the Chef Boyardee kind, the homemade, right? Everything, your mind plays tricks on you. Smell that? Smell that? Yeah, that's my neighbor shitting. Nah, bro. Hey, I think that Vato cheated. I can smell garlic. You know, it's just like that. Hunger strikes are a cold way, but they work. Hunger strikes are meant, you know, to set a precedent, to put it down, to hold. That's a show of unity, to hold strong. Again, man, not everyone can do it. Unless you've actually been through a hunger strike, you don't know. The body starts changing after a few days. Okay? Things start to happen that I can't explain. Okay? Wes Watson, the last I heard of him, Wes Watson ate the paperwork out of his asshole. That's how hungry he was during a hunger strike in Oklahoma. It goes bad. It goes south fast. Shout out to the Sureños. I'm telling you, it changes. So, I commend people that have been through hunger strikes. You know, people went through a very big one a while back when the end of hostilities was formulated, plotted on and planned, and of course implemented. And there's vatos, man, that had to go through it that could tell you themselves, like, bro, I was there during that shit. Vatos were falling out and the struggle was real. But sometimes unity is a great thing, and you have to come together like butt cheeks to let the man know, hey, we're not going to take it like a Twisted Sister song. Oh, is that right? And some of these cops are cold. They'll walk by like, hey, did you like that pizza? Yeah, I like that pizza. That pizza was good. What'd you eat, buddy? Bootstrap soup, right? It'd be all bad. It's not a laughing matter, man. It's a thing in prison that some people have to go through. Hopefully you never have to see that if you're locked up. But don't get it twisted, man. It has happened over periods of time for something as frivolous as holding a letter. You know, when people come together, and I've always tripped out on that. Convicts will come together, different races will come together if it means the betterment of everybody. But then they'll gangbang and kill each other on the yard. It just doesn't make no sense. But again, I understand that that's politics, that's racial lines, that's just what prison is. You have to understand that, get a grip on reality and just run with that. Anyway, so the homie had asked me, like I said, how do you sustain during a hunger strike? Hopefully you're smart enough to accumulate, you know, again in the feds, that's a different trip. But hopefully in state prison, California, you accumulate enough products, man, hide it under the bed so that way you're ready. And that's just that, man. You survive. Okay, you survive. You go into survival mode. Most people know what it is. In prison, you should be on survival mode at all times. When you hit a yard, you should never be comfortable. If you're comfortable, Holmes, I'm uncomfortable around you. Any person that's comfortable on a 4-yard or 180 where everyone got a knife in their ass and vatos are ready to fucking take your win, that's an uncomfortable feeling. So if you're comfortable, Holmes, maybe you know something I don't know and I'm going to get you before you got me. That's just it. Never play that role like you're too big and bad. That's that old story. Hey, I'm not sweating nada. Even if you're not sweating nada, never show it, Holmes. Don't be nervous. You have to play that thin line between love and hate. You can't be nervous and you can't be a coward. What you got to be is on your toes and aware. And it goes the same thing with a hunger strike or a lockdown situation. Be smart enough to be a convict and understand you have to save up, make some sacrifices. Fuck, bro, this orange is good, but I'm going to save that vato because I know if we go on a lockdown, especially if you're going to do a pegada or anything, you'll notice that's, and people are aware, that's how you know shit's going down. Them vatos are saving up over there. Hey, they're ordering more than usual sopas. Okay, all right. These vatos are going to do something. You can tell by the way people cut their hair. Okay, everybody went and baked their shit today. It's cracking on the yard. Oh, they all came out with their jackets on. Armor. You see the movies, and a lot of those things they show you for a reason. A lot of it is truly, for surely though, but a lot of it is just Hollywood, right? And that's just what it is. So the only thing I can tell you about a hunger strike and the way to save yourself and be content and live is to prepare. Preparation is always key. And if you don't have it like that, you know, any righteous homeboy, if you're fucking functioning within a group, is going to look out for you. If you are on a yard and you don't have nada in your cell and the homeboys are balling out, you're on the wrong yard, buddy. You're probably the next one getting whacked because the last thing they want to do is give you anything and then take backs. Vatos don't do take backs. They just take you out. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope I was able to facilitate the correct answer for that question. Everyone's going to have a different answer. Me and my celly, like I said, we ate like we were great. And then the next thing we ain't, right? And we starved for a few days. And we were looking at the homeboys all sad and shit. Like, hey, are we almost done with this shit? Homeboys are like, hey, bro, they're eating fucking in front of us. Nah, it's all good, bro. You got it? You got it? You got it. Right? We're all sad and shit. Starving like Marvin. Hey, I've never told a war story about Burger King like I did that day. Hey, bro, check it out, bro. And then I had 2 double Whoppers. That shit was cracking. The homie was like, fuck, get back to the French fry part. Get back to the French fry part. That's how starving we were, man. Starving like Marvin the Martian in a real way. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get every single thing that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive to struggle, the struggle to strive. If you don't want to put your body and yourself through these situations, keep your ass up out of jail, man, because there's a lot of hardships that go on and a lot of struggle. You see Vatos get out there all on swole, shit, you ain't going to see no one on swole during it. But best believe Wes Watson, that's when his hair all fell out and his asshole fell out. He was like, I can't take it, right? I know you can't. No protein for you, buddy, unless you catch yourself. Then that's different. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I honestly and truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. I appreciate you guys. Gracias, gente. We're going up. It's because of you. Bang, bang.